Hello, I'm Roberta Winters, past president of the League of Women Voters of Radnor Township. As summertime approaches, many of us look back at those 4th of July activities that we all recall with great joy. And this is a time when we honor our nation's past, our freedoms, our rights, our responsibilities. And there is perhaps no better opportunity for us this year to try to think about those things, because as you know, the League of Women Voters has always worked on trying to help make democracy succeed. And like you, we will continue to strive to do that. And the 4th of July is an important time for us to look back so we can reflect on our future with these values and mission in mind. Now, one way to celebrate our 4th of July is to join with the Garrett Hill Rosemont community for their annual parade. Actually, it's been happening for more than 70 years as the residents of our community have worked together to celebrate Independence Day. Now, with me today, I have as my guest Bree Truby. This is our parade director. And welcome, Bree. Thank you so much. Can you tell our audience for a little bit about how you're connected to Garrett Hill and to our parade?
Yes. So thank you so much for having me, Roberta. I actually grew up in Garrett Hill, so it obviously holds a very special place in my heart. And through the other volunteers who have volunteered over the years, I just got involved in always wanting to be part of the community and give back where I can. So,
well, this past couple of years, I know the parade has been very different. We've had to respond to COVID. And what did you do to help keep the parade alive during this time when we weren't even sometimes out of our houses?
It was difficult. In 2020, we did have to cancel the parade for the safety of our community members. In 2021, however, we did reassess everything. We know that the parade is a big and important part of the community. Like you said, it's been going on for 70 years. So we wanted to be able to at least host the parade. And we did just that. We did have to eliminate the park activities, again, for the safety of our community members. But we had the parade and it was a big hit.
Well, 2022 hopes to be different.
Yes.
So just what is planned for this 4th of July?
Okay, well, we're coming back bigger and better than ever. So the park activities will resume. The parade will be back. We have fire trucks, vintage cars, the marching bands, different variety of acts, and we even have our own neighbors that march in the parade, including our local elected officials.
So perhaps it would be helpful to our audience if they wanted to come and see the 4th of July parade to know just what is the schedule of events.
Yep.
So when does it start? What goes on?
So everything begins at 9:30 at the Rosemont Business Campus. There the committee meets and we register those who are interested in participating in the parade. You're probably wondering, what does that mean? We encourage our neighbors to come, dress up, decorate floats, decorate bikes. We have a registration system. Everybody gets a number, and then they even can win prizes. So it's not just them being involved in the parade, but they have a little added benefit as well.
So they can win cash prizes, I think.
Cash prizes. You got it. Yep.
And it's set up, I think I recall the bikes were by age level too. So like you don't have like 3-year-olds competing with 12-year-olds?
That's correct. Yes. We have a variety of levels for each category. And we've even seen youngest as 6 months riding in a wagon with their parents.
And I know sometimes neighbors got together in the olden days and made a float.
That's
like
correct.
It was actually, motorized. Sometimes kids take their wagons and make little floats with their stuffed animals or whatever. But anything goes.
We encourage our neighbors to be as creative as they'd like to. We just love that they're involved in the event.
Are there any opening ceremonies? Like when does this whole show begin? You said at 9:30 you register, but that's not when the parade begins, is it?
Correct. It's not when the parade begins. So 9:30 we have our community come if they want to participate within the parade. 10:45 is when the opening ceremonies begin. We have our very own Vanessa Howard singing the national anthem, followed by a short speech, and then we have John Braithwaite go ahead and be our MC for the event.
So, whereabouts are the opening ceremonies held? Is that down at Rosemont Park, or is that at the corporate center? Where is it held?
Yep, so the judging is at Rosemont Business Center, and then the opening ceremonies are in the big picture window outside Flippin' Bailey's.
So that's at the corner of Conestoga Road and Garrett and Williams, right?
Correct.
Right
Yep.
where that stoplight is.
Yep.
So if they want to
absolutely.
be where the opening ceremonies are, they need to be at that stoplight area.
Yep, that's the perfect spot.
Okay. Now, just where does that parade go? I mean, does it go all through Rosemont? Does it have a route that everybody knows? I know sometimes it's had to shift in recent years.
Yes, absolutely. When there was construction at Clem McCrone Park, we did have to shift our route slightly, and we had everything, the park activities at Emlyn Tunnel Field. This year, the park activities will continue at Clem McCrone Park. The parade starts at Rosemont Business Center, goes down Conestoga Road, up Lowry's, over to Lancaster Pike, down Garrett Avenue, and continues through Garrett Hill from Williams to Lewis Lane, and then it ends at the park entrance on Rockingham Road.
So that's quite a walk on a hot day.
It sure is. We try our best to provide water for those in various spots along the route. We do tell people to try and dress as cool as possible. But yes, we've had some years where it is incredibly hot.
And I know some of our bands have to wear summer outfits because it really does get to be very, very warm.
We have had some have to get creative and shift their costumes accordingly, yes.
Now, you mentioned that the parade ends at the Rockingham entrance to Clem McCrone Park.
That's correct.
So why is that?
Well, so over the years, we've decided, we call it the Party in the Park, which is just a great way for the family to celebrate. We provide a variety of activities, and including some free food and beverage for all those who are able to attend.
I mean, I can go over there and get a meal free.
You can get a free hot dog, pretzel, some water. Yep, that's correct.
And you said there are something for everybody over there besides food, too. Can you talk about some of the activities that there are for kids and adults? I mean, it's not just a kids show here.
No, and there's a lot of activities. So there's races that are run by the Bryn Mawr Rotary. We have a dunk tank where we usually get one of our local elected officials to participate and kind of make it really fun. We have a juggling show. We have a small train for those little kids. We have face painting, spin art. We typically have bounce houses, but we've decided to go ahead and do the carnival slides instead this year. Just again, to make sure that we keep everything open air and we keep everybody safe. And I think they'll be a really fun addition to the park.
Oh, that sounds like a lot of fun. Well, but also, while it's fun for the people who go, for somebody like you, it's a lot of work.
It is a lot of work. I'm very thankful, though, for the many, many volunteers we have on our committee, as well as the volunteers that sign up to help us set up, break down, and do some additional work in terms of advertising and promoting the event.
Well, I know sometimes there are banners along the street. There's a lot of things things are roped off. I mean, it takes a lot of setup and preparation. But it just doesn't happen that day, does it?
No, it doesn't. We begin planning this at the end of January, typically of whatever year that is that we're planning. And our local police officers, our local township, they are a huge support to the event and help us along the way over those 6 months of planning.
Who pays for all this?
So we're very thankful. We have a very generous community, but a lot of the donations are from our community alone. Like you said, it's been going on for 70 years. A lot of these families have a very strong tie to this tradition, and the township as well has contributed to this event.
And I know sometimes the Bryn Mawr Fire Company brings their trucks around. What's going on with that? I mean, I hear these sirens run up and down the street, and you wonder, they think the whole neighborhood's on fire. What's going on with that?
One of the fundraising events we do, and it actually is this Wednesday and Thursday, we'll be going around the community of Garrett Hill, looking for donations, but also providing what we would call a tour of the truck or a touch a truck for those small kids who want to go ahead and kind of meet a real fireman, check out the equipment, and check out the truck.
But if people have missed the truck, or missed the opportunity, is there a way they can still donate?
There are a couple ways you can donate. We do have a website you can go to, which is the GarrettHillPA.com website. You can also, on there is listed both a donation button as well as our PO address that you can go ahead and send a check to if you'd prefer that.
Because I think I got something in the mail too, didn't I, about donating?
Yes.
And it had a program and stuff in it?
For the local community, we do a mailing so that they can all have the information mailed to them. Correct. Yep.
Because I know I always get that as a reminder.
Yep.
The other thing, one of my other jobs I do is I usually go to the park before the parade and I get a stack of programs and I distribute them. Why do we have this program? Is it just to keep me busy?
Well, you would think that, but I would say that the program itself is a recognition of all those who have donated their time, money, energy, or have been a pillar of the community and give back in so many different ways. And we just feel it's really important to make sure that they're recognized.
I know every year there's somebody who rides around in an open car like a convertible and it says Grand Marshal on it. I mean, this is something we've done all the time.
Yes, we've had a Grand Marshal every year. Last year was probably one of my favorites because it was dedicated to not one specific person, but a whole community of people, which is our healthcare workers. The Grand Marshal is something that is a surprise to everyone the day of. And again, it is somebody who has put a lot of their time, energy, worked for the community or volunteered for the community, and someone who has really made our community what it is today.
I know I'm looking forward to this year's parade. And my kids always come home to see the parade. And I'm sure you find it as a gathering point for your families too. And my friends, their kids come. And it's a great way to build community and to meet and greet, because you meet a lot of new people and you see some of your old friends as well. Do you have any particular advice to people who want to come and watch the Garrett Hill Rosemont 4th of July parade this year? Well,
I would say parking is limited. So that's the first one. We've seen people park miles away from the parade. And so get ready to walk, get ready to, know that parking is limited, but also, like you said, it could be hot. So make sure you wear or bring some cool water, cooling towels, whatever you need to stay cool. But the parade route does fill up pretty quickly. So get there early and enjoy, because it really is a great event.
I know the other trick I always tell my friends is the police close off the streets. Mm-hmm. So you can't get down Conestoga Road, you can't get down Lancaster Avenue. So you've got to really use that, was it Waze or whatever it is, to figure out how to get around there and then to find a place where you can park. Because some of the streets you only park on one side,
The streets do tend to close around 10 a.m. And they close from, that corner of Lowry's and Conestoga, the Rosemont Business Center, so coming from the opposite direction, where Bryn Mawr, and then that short period of Lancaster where we march as well between Garrett Avenue and Lowry. So yes, it's definitely something to be aware of moving forward for the 4th of July.
The other thing I wanted to say about our police and fire department people, they sometimes march in the parade as well.
They do. And it's really, that's why it makes it such a great community event, because these are local firemen. They have ties and families to the area, and it's from Narberth to Berwyn, maybe even further. And it's so great. Like I said, local elected officials, we even have some policemen come and walk in it. It's really it is a family fun filled local event for those who, are involved in the community.
Well, I know we're all looking forward to the parade and the events at the park on Monday, July 4th. Last year was July 3rd, which confused a lot of people. But this year we're back on July 4th, because we don't have parades on Sundays in Garrett Hill.
Correct. Well, we want to be conscious of those who are, maybe the churchgoers who are going to make sure that is a sacred day for themselves. And so we did change the date. But yes, we are back to Monday, July 4th for this year.
So I want to thank you, Bree, as our parade director this year, for joining us on Mainline Television Network to share about the Garrett Hill Rosemont 4th of July parade.
Thanks, Roberta.
For details, we hope our members of our audience will go to that website Bree mentioned. That's www.garretthillpa.com. And as always, we're grateful for Mainline Television Network for their ongoing support and coverage of community events. If you'd like to find out more about the League of Women Voters, please check out on our website, lwvradnor.org. Like the 4th of July parade, we celebrate and educate about our freedom and our rights, particularly our important right and responsibility to vote. Thank you.